So it looks like we're gonna have vVv Titan spawning as the red Zerg versus Gosu Poker Bunny spawning as the purple Terran. And as soon as we can start to see their starting locations, and we can start making predictions on what exactly we'll see. I believe Titan likes to open up with an extractor pool, even if it is going to be a cross spawn, as I have been watching his stream a little bit, and now Titan will see that it is going to be close by air spawns. Titan spawning as the red Zerg at the 3 o'clock position, Poker Bunny spawning as the purple Terran at the 12.
Yeah, so that will be the close air, so obviously we'll have a lot of drops could be coming into play. I imagine that Titan might actually go for mutas on this map just to control the airspace between the two players. And as you mentioned, I think Hellions in the recent MLGs, they were always powerful, and people open with Hellions. There were a lot of different Hellion openings, but I think the way that MLG Anaheim really changed people's perception is you can just continue to use Hellion aggression throughout the entire game, and it really pays off as long as you get one or two Hellions in there. And I think most openings with Hellions, once the initial few Hellions stopped working, you transition into Marine tank or something a little bit more traditional. But players are finding that if they just keep up with the Hellions, eventually they're able to do damage and possibly end the game.
Yeah, it's always just one of those things that a Zerg player has to watch out for. 2 to 3 Hellions inside a base, shutting down drone productions and drone mining. Zerg players work so hard, spawn so many larvae just to try to be able to get up on bases, only to see 2 to 3 Hellions completely destroy their economy line, and that is always very, very heart-wrenching. As we see Poker Bunny opening up with the front door barracks, he does have that supply depot. He wants to make sure that Zerglings are not going to be able to run by. Meanwhile, Titan going for a 14 or
Yeah.
15 hatch, so this is not his typical build. What do you make of this?
Yeah, typically he does go for that very, very safe pull first. I mean, I would say in any of the matchups, hatch first is most safe against a Terran player, especially in these positions. It's going to be a little while by ground before Poke Bunny can get there. We aren't having close positions here by ground like you might see on the ladder. So, I mean, this is a very relatively easily defensible, fast expansion. And like I said, in any of the matchups, ZVZ, ZVP, you might want to open pool first. But in this one, ZVT, you can get away with that hatch first, as we do see Poke Bunny first sending his first SCV out here, and he's going to see the expansion down. He's going to see the pool and the gas as well. So he's going to know that speedlings aren't going to be too late here. I think Titan might have gotten the gas up a little bit early. Typically, a lot of Zerg players won't get that gas right away when they go for the hatch first, but we'll see how he chooses to use it.
Yeah, right now you can see Poker Bunny. He does have one refinery currently up. He is going into a factory, and at some point I assume that he will take this second gas as well. Otherwise, we're just going to see a lot of Hellions and not that much tech coming in. Now, based upon what I see from Titan so far, he already has transferred some drones down to the low ground. He needs to get up another queen, and he may be able to just license to drone for quite a while. If he gets a very strong economy, it's going to be very difficult for Poker Bunny to stop, but this is Shatter Temple. The second base is very easy to take, but that third one blocked by destructible rocks at the gold and also at this island expansion, so you can either try to expand at the far side at the 6 o'clock position, or try to clear out those rocks, which both does delay any sort of expansion attempt.
And Titan, if you check his vision, has seen the one gas, so he knows it's not going to be at 2 racks. He didn't even have to scout for that, so that might have made him a little bit, feel safe placing down that hatchery. He knew he didn't have to come out with too many lings. Poking up the ramp with the first ling does just see the barracks, and I'm not sure if he glimpsed that Hellion, but he's going to see it shortly as that Zergling does get chased down. It doesn't have speed yet, so it will go down quickly. And there is one spine crawler. The Zergling is going to be positioned on the ramp as well, and the Queen and the Zergling is going to do their best to try to grab that Hellion. But we do see that there is a Starport working on a medevac, so we will have a drop play, whether it's Hellions or Marines here, in just a few seconds once the medevac finishes.
Yeah, right now we're on an add-on list opening by Poker Bunny. So Poker Bunny looking to do a lot of harassment with just Marines and that one medevac. There are currently 2 Hellions, no Blue Flame anywhere in the near future. And we got to see something from Poker Bunny. If Poker Bunny needs to do a lot of harassment, otherwise, he's really not doing that much with all of these Hellions and these Marines at all. He needs to slow down his opponent's economy. And now you see the medevac maybe trying to go in for an elevator drop.
Yeah, we do see that Titan has an Overlord in position there, so I'm not sure if he glimpsed that medevac. It looks like it was just outside of his vision, but he's made a lot of lings. He's got 11 on the field at this point, And based on what he's seen, I think that that might have been overproducing Lings, but that's going to work for him here. He's going to have to defend this drop. As we see Titan 1 Overlord micro down, the Queen's coming in here, trying to focus down that medevac. They want to make sure the medevac's not able to grab the Hellions, and it looks like it's going to do just that in a moment here. I think Titan coming out with a number of Lings. I'm not really sure he's going to be able to defend this well unless these Marines get out of position. It looks like they might do just that, trying to protect these Marines with those low ground Hellions, backing up against that cliff. But these Queens might be able to do a ton of damage here, as Titan doing a nice job microing those Queens back as they do get low, and Titan going to be able to clean this up relatively easily.
Yeah, Titan doing a great job with just 3 queens and a couple zerglings, able to fight that back. He does have a lot of energy for a couple transfusions as well, and he did spot the Banshee now making a way out. So a Banshee now going to come in from Poker Bunny. I don't know how much damage it really will be able to do, as there's already 2 queens in positions. One of them does have enough energy for a transfusion, so it looks like that double queen trying to push back that one Banshee, and the Banshee already turned away after only getting 1 kill.
Yeah, if you check the drone count, it is 42 to 29, so Titan definitely ahead there. I feel like he needs to start working on these rocks to establish a third base, but we do see Poke Bunny coming in with a drop of Hellions in the south. He's also coming in with that Banshee once again in the north, so a little two-pronged pressure here, but we see the Hellions getting a few shots on those drones at the moment. The Banshee coming in as well. The Queen's going to quickly fend that off. And it looks like the Queen on the low ground going to try to take down Hellions. The Hellions being picked up by that medevac and pulled back here. And now Titan going to be changing the position on the spine crawler to defend against drops a little bit easier.
Yeah, he did lose a couple workers. He lost 6 workers in that engagement, but so far he's still up 41 to 30 right now, and things are still looking very well for him, but he needs to take up a third base as his opponent already has an orbital command at his natural expansion as well, and this is one of the things where Zerg players tend to stall on Shattered Temple, as they need to find out where they want to try to expand to, either the destructible rocks here or the gold mineral patch. And it will take a little bit of time before they actually go down, as Zerglings are very, very slow at taking down high armored buildings.
Looks like Titan trying to decide which rocks he wants to take down. It will be the backdoor ones that are going to open up that natural third. He won't be going for that rather vulnerable gold at this point. He does have map control. He's got this vision on this tower. He's about to come out with some mutas, 3 of them on the way. He's also working on Baneling speed, as we see Banshees making their way into the main here, taking down a few of these drones. And the mutas, once they do pop out, will be able to clean up these Banshees without cloak. But at the moment, they're going to halt mining for just a few minutes here. So the muta's going to come out along with those queens, should be able to put a stop to this Banshee harass. But 47 to 39 at this point, Poke Bunny has cleaned up, or has evened up the worker count a little bit, and all the queens have gone down for Titan, so that's going to hurt his macro at this point. No injects for just a little bit. He has gotten up a 3rd macro hatch, so he is going to have larva off of 3 hatcheries, but no queens for a while definitely hurts.
Yeah, it definitely hurts, as you see the income difference, 1,000 versus, or 2,000 versus 1,000 right now. Even though there was a harvester discrepancy, Titan is just oversaturating a little bit too much, as those drones, or sorry, these mules cannot be oversaturated at all. Poker Bunny now getting some missile turrets in his mineral line, making sure that he doesn't lose any of those, any of his workers. And now the Mutalisk being microed back on the fourth. There are a lot of Marines though, as those Marines are now finally able to chase away those Mutalisks. 3 Mutalisks able to clean up a couple of those Marines before they reach critical mass, but you can see Poker Bunny running off of a lot of barracks, one of them with the or 2 of them with the reactor, and also getting a level 1 weapons upgrade. It looks like Poker Bunny is going to be able to macro up very, very easily.
Yeah, and Titan just now finally establishing that third. He's behind in supply at this point, too. It's something you definitely don't want to be. We saw him micro back those mutas to take down just 2 Marines, and not really sure the HP on those mutas was worth it, as he just has a small muta ball at this point, 7 of them, coming out with a number of drones so that he can immediately saturate that third once it does get up and running. And I think this is a dangerous time for Titan. He's going to have to defend any sort of push. Poke Bunny comes out here. With just a few units. He's only got 14 Lings and 7 mutas at this point, and just a few spine crawlers as well. We do see speed banelings are out for Titan, so he's going to have those, but Siege Tech, actually Siege Tech not on the way for Poke Bunny, so looks like he's going to go siegeless at this point. The Banelings could do a ton of damage.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I don't think Poker Bunny realizes that he doesn't have siege tech, and if he tries to push in, that's going to be a very, very bad day, as there are a couple spine crawlers here. The spine crawler will get destroyed. The Banelings are going to simply run in just a moment, as well as the Banelings are on creep. The Marines trying to pull back away. Will they be able to do so? And a lot of Marines getting just absolutely destroyed, and Titan gonna clean up this very aggressive attack. The Medivacs also very low on hit points, as well as the Medivac's gonna clean up these, or the Mutalisk gonna clean up the Medivacs. Siege Tank gonna get destroyed, and Poker Bunny just overextending just a bit too much, perhaps not realizing that Siege was not even started.
Oh god, I mean, that's exactly what Titan needed to get back into this. He was behind in supply, he crushed that attack, hardly lost anything, was able to get some nice shots with Banelings. Now we see him taking down the backdoor rocks for Poke Bunny, so once Poke Bunny does try to establish a third, whether it's at the gold or the backdoor third there, it's definitely going to be vulnerable to attack. At this point, Titan just droning up. You've got 9 drones on the way, already has 64, so we'll soon hit that magic number of about 75 to 80 that Zergs like to have going to the mid and late game. And now he's free to harass here a little bit with these mutas. Going to be taking down one refinery as the SCVs desperately try to repair it. Will actually save that refinery, and now the Stim Marines come in and will shy away those mutas. But Titan at this point going to kind of go pedal to the metal with harassment while he expands in macros as well.
Yeah, Poker Bunny desperately needs to establish up his third, but unbeknownst to him, Titan already in position, has the Zerglings at the third base, and now going to burrow a Zergling there. So Titan, I'm going to at least force a scanner sweep in order to clear those in order to land that one orbital command. You can see also burrowed Banelings just outside the front door. I do not believe that Poker Bunny knows that there are any burrowed units as of yet. Missile turrets now being placed down, so that one Zergling should get the heck out of dodge. It will get destroyed in just a matter of seconds. But the Mutalisk ball, so many Mutalisks causing so much harassment, and these Marines constantly using stim, getting addicted to those drugs. But those Mutalisks need to back out. They're going to take a lot of damage, and now finally pull away.
Oh, the Baneling doing huge damage there. Titan baiting those Marines down into it, and did a huge amount of damage to the army of Poke Bunny. Now he's going to be able to come up here and harass once again, taking down a tech lab. So Titan playing beautifully at this point as he sort of takes control of this mid game.
Yeah, that was a very, very beautiful bait right there. Almost looked like he lost control of his Mutalisk for just a second, tried to pull him back. The Marines chased forward and then just melted away. You can see that there's currently still one Zergling now surrounded by SCVs. It will get destroyed rather quickly. But now a suite of Zerglings now pushing in and going to shut down all of these SCVs and the missile turrets as well. Poker Bunny is still going to be forced to run off of essentially 1.5 base, as he's only down to 6 mineral patches at his main.
Yeah, now Titan going to retreat with those Lings and Banelings, and at this point he's denied that third for just a few more minutes. I think he really needs to get on a fourth. I'm surprised he hasn't at this point, as he's really taking the advantage, taking map control, nice creep spread, and there's the fourth going down, right as I said it, at the gold. So once that gets up and running, he's going to be able to just suicide units, do some army trades, and really come out ahead here. Already Poke Bunny going to have to play very defensive for the next few minutes, try to defend against the harassed, the mutas, taking down reactors and barracks, and they're going to try to take down as many SCVs as they can find as well. So Poke Bunny going to have to be on the defensive and see if he can come back in this one.
Yeah, Titan, once again, just harassing with these Mutalisks being everywhere at once. There's a lot of Medivacs in the air and a lot of Marines on the ground. The Marines are upgraded 2-1 right now and will be upgraded 2-2. The Mutalisk will be upgraded 2-0 in just, 2-0 in just a moment, as missile turrets being added in. So this is more of a gut reaction move by Poker Bunny. He doesn't like the amount of just those free flying Mutalisks running across the map, as we now see Poker Bunny finally pushing out with a larger group of Marines, siege tanks, and Medivacs.
And we see the Banelings on the western edge. We've got Lings on the eastern edge, so he might have some sort of pincher attack, but Titan actually queued up those Banelings to join the rest of his army. So Titan does have the 200-200 Ling Baneling Muta composition, and you can actually throw that away as Zerg if you don't micro properly. And it basically comes down to a micro war here as the Terran tries to split those Marines. And yeah, here comes the flank coming in from Titan. He's got all of his units split up into, looks like 4 groups at this point. The Muta's coming in first from the north. We've got Lings in the west, Lings in the east, and Banelings in the south. So taking down all those tanks, and now Poker Bunny stuck in the center. He's going to get collapsed upon here by all these Lings and Banelings. And there's the GG. Titan takes game 1.
Yeah, that was a beautiful, beautiful play by Titan, just luring Poker Bunny into the center portion of the map. You could see that Titan was getting everything ready. The Mutalisk able to come in, clean up those siege tanks. After cleaning up the siege tanks, the Zerglings and the Banelings were just too much for those Marines. So game 1 does go to vV Gaming.